What's up YouTube? It's me, Jess, and I'm an opera singer. Today's video is going to be a performance analysis of Ren performing Hi Ren. Let's go.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just...
I don't even know where to pause. It just is non-stop. This is really difficult. This is like next level storytelling, and it's so many words to chew through. The amount of verbiage that you have to just remember and be able to spit it out at a quick enough pace to where you don't trip and fall over the phrase or the sentence, which then can just be a domino effect on everything else coming after. It's so hard. My God, I don't even know how long it took to get this whole piece down. Honestly, it's just everything. It sounds literally like nothing on mainstream, like nothing. That is one, a huge plus. Two, the storytelling, it's very, very, very deep. The idea of having to have two different personalities, even though that's coming from technically the same body. And so to see the difference between the two, not only see, but hear. If I didn't have a music video to listen to, just the sheer sound of the two starkly different voices and personalities is really pleasing to the ear. It's convincing, just the sound alone. Then to see on top of that, his physical part match that as well is, it's so, so, so good. What I like to look at in moments like this, where there's two very clear, different personality traits happening within one piece, is understand what is happening musically or compositionally between the two. And typically in scenarios like this, the composition will cater to each personality, which means it would be different because the personalities are different. So if you take a listen to this composition, you'll hear the difference between the two personalities in the guitar part. You'll notice that when we're talking about that inner voice, God, I don't think this inner voice has a name, but we'll just call it inner voice, Ivy. So when Ivy is talking, you hear a bit more force on the strings, and then you also get that, I don't know what it's called in guitar playing, but when you basically hit the body of the guitar with your hand, which is made out of wood, in order to get a certain effect. So that is happening when Ivy is talking.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
When Ren talks, that completely goes away.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Much more of a calming, very relaxing and easygoing, and goes with this idea of Ren's personality.
You neglect it, I get it. You wanna be a big deal. Next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man. You're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original. You criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you. I don't need you. I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself. I'm a genius. And I will be great. And I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath it. That's right. Speak your truth. Your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustapha's truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
No. God, why do they put commercials in the middle of music videos?
I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become. Woo! When I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a coimented different side.
First off, there was like a cool 30 seconds where I don't even know where he took a breath. It was outstanding. It was really, really good, you all. And as a singer, I know how much effort that takes. You've got to really think, okay, this is the exact moment where this one breath needs to carry me out for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 bars, you know? Okay, you know what makes this difficult is I think in the final post-production, they took out some of the breaths. I can tell that just because I have a really keen ear when it comes to audio and putting together what you hear versus what you see, or what you hear versus what you're not seeing, which is a shame because I'm someone who appreciates those moments because it just makes that moment so much more realistic, because it's very unrealistic to just not breathe. It's hard for me to really understand how long he held this phrase out that I'm thinking of. So it starts when he says, I am sin with no rhyme or reason. And then he goes in and lists all of these things that he is. Up until he says, when standing in front of my solar eclipse. Then there's a slight pause in the audio, but you don't hear him take an inhalation.
Newsflash! I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal.
I think they just, in post-production, took that out. All the way from, I am sin with no rhyme or reason, all the way up until when standing in front of my solar eclipse. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. That's a lot, you guys. And you can see the intensity on his face. It's just, his veins are popping out. He's really chewing through these words really nicely. It's really good. I want to know, like, what is his acting background? Because he's got, like, 4 different personalities that he is just switching back and forth to with relative ease. It's really, really phenomenal. And then, do you guys remember the part where he took this like pause and made this like weird inhalation and twisted his neck and then just went right into character?
Call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash! I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason.
You just saw the formation of it happening from start to finish, and it's just so convincing.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims, and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Wow. You know what? I am so impressed with these things. The structure of this piece, very original in comparison to what you hear in mainstream media right now. 2, the convincing characters. And then 3, the lyricism. I found that the lyricism was entirely around talking about something that seems to be quite taboo, definitely uncomfortable and even vulnerable. Not only do that, but make a 9-minute piece out of it, and that's literally what you're talking about from beginning to end, I think is really commendable. It's really, really interesting, and I'm very curious to know his creative process. Another aspect that helped drive the message forward was the videography. Just very bare. It just seemed like a very cold atmosphere. And then that paired with the camera work. There were a couple of moments where the camera, you could just tell it was being handled by human hands. You saw the irregular, let's say, movements of the camera, and I thought that went so well.
I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren. Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill.
I noticed when the voice of hope comes in, things calm down dramatically. Not only vocally and instrumentally, but also visually. The flickering of the light stops. The 2 lamp sources that are behind him are consistently on. There's no issues with them. Then you also get much more of a light source from above that's kind of shining onto his face, and you get those little sparkles that you kind of see as a result of the light reflection. I thought that was a really nice addition to let us know as listeners something has shifted dramatically, visually, emotionally, instrumentally, musically. That was a nice touch. Then, if you notice, immediately after the voice of hope finishes their line, I believe this is Ren who is going through the motions of the ooh, 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 where it's just on the vowel. I think that's Ren just kind of in his mind, just kind of going about life, whatever state he's in. You notice when this happened, the flickering of the light comes back on. It's almost like this shift of reality, what real life is kind of like.
Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Real life isn't like the voice of hope constantly. That's the message of this song. It's a swing, a dance going back and forth. There are always going to be hard times. No one has it 100% easy their entire lives. I don't believe so. But rather, it's this dance of bad things happen. You figure out how to get through them. Some people unfortunately don't, and they have a much harder time. And then there are moments where good comes in and takes over for a bit. And so I liked this idea of a reality check when Ren comes back in. The lights start flickering, you get a little bit more of a colder space, but not entirely because you still have some light source. And then you have the positivity, the joyfulness of just Ren's carefree voice. I don't know, this is just, it's all about the visuals and the whole picture, you all. I must also say, I really enjoyed the shift after Ren's carefree ooh moment when he transitions to go into the monologue. I liked how the music just stopped. But everything was all consistent. There wasn't a cut. It all just stayed consistent in one take. And then I liked how when everything stopped, they still decided to keep the sound of whatever naturally is happening as movement happens. So he takes off his guitar, he walks towards the chair, he puts the guitar on the ground, leaning it up against the chair. And you hear all of those diegetic sounds, those naturally occurring sounds. Sometimes some music videos would take all of that sound out and it would just be pure silence, or maybe there would be some small interlude, musical interlude that's happening during this transition. I really liked the rawness of just keeping it all bare, and whatever sounds happen, that's what we're keeping in the final track. That was nice. 18 million views in 8 months. Where did this person come from? I'm so sorry. I am always out of the loop. But congratulations. That is massive. There's a lot of singers with a much bigger following who don't even have the attention on their videos like this. There are so many people who can relate to these lyrics, and I believe that the love that is being shown on this music video and with this song just amplifies that, solidifies the fact that we all go through things and we all process things differently. It's just the motions of life, and I feel like he explained his life story and all he has gone through. I feel like he emoted it really, really well. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Comment down below what other piece by a, let's say, less known artist you would like me to do a performance analysis on. Lastly, make sure you check out the description box for ways you can keep in touch with me, get access to exclusive perks, check out the Soprano Notes blog, and or take a lesson with me. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!